Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Millennia. So in today's episode we're going to be dealing with all these revolutions that we've had in the Age of Revolution. I did forget to delete this outpost or get rid of it, turn it back into a pioneer so that these two vassals of ours can get these locations, get the trade goods there, and just expand their borders where they don't really have a lot of room to expand at the moment. So just give them a bit more space for construction. But we probably don't want to do that now since we have all these rebels here. And so this is another location they can attack. But yeah, eventually we're going to want to get rid of that. Let's go enter turn and see how bad this the first turn is of the full revolution. And let's just hope we don't lose any of our towns. So you can see that the Aztecs are having to deal with some of those. And Chinese are dealing with these ones here. These all spawned because of us. I don't even know if anybody else is even in the Age of Revolution yet, and I'm not entirely sure if the AI even gets these mass rebellions. So we're just completely froze right now. You can see that the performance just continues to get worse the further that we're getting into the game. Yeah, I don't know if the AI actually deals with these big mass revolutions. I don't think I've ever seen them deal with it. Doesn't mean that they don't. But I kind of feel like the AI plays by different rules when it comes to rebels and unrest. Like you'll notice in many of these Chinese cities that they have unrest. It seems like the AI always has huge amounts of unrest, and yet it doesn't seem to be affecting them the way it would a player. They might have just destroyed something there. I don't know if that's the sound of it just being attacked or being destroyed. But most of these rebellions... Yeah, I think that's just them attacking. Most of these rebellions, these rebels, are going to be put down by the cities and towns. Because they're just going to suicide themselves into it. So we'll have to see how this goes. Because some of the places aren't as well defended. I think we just lost that explorer unit. And that city that we have on the other continent. Yeah, this is going to be a long turn here, guys. As they attack every one of our cities. It's just so many rebels that have spawned. When you have a big, large empire like this, the Age of Revolution is... I'm not going to say rough, because again, most of it is just them, destroying themselves as they attack your cities and towns. After the first two turns, there'll barely be any rebels left for you to mop up. Just the ones that were too far away from cities and towns, because they're going to attack every turn. If they're next to a city or town, they're going to attack. And then they're also ravaging all our stuff. That's probably where the biggest effect is going to be. Okay, we didn't lose the explorer there. I thought we did. Maybe it was a different location. But overall, this is going kind of rough. I didn't even realize that they're at that one outpost. That's going to be a problem. We also got the second chaos event here. That would result in more rebels spawning. We're going to go with just paying the wealth all. And now we're at 2 or 3. If we get one more chaos event, then we are in trouble. So definitely need to use the culture to go ahead and do the propaganda. In fact, I almost want to get an artist and rush to it now, even though it's kind of wasting a little bit. Yeah, we will not watch all these events here. You can see that we did get this guy attacked, and he has healed up a little bit, so I think he should be fine defending up here on the hill. Could attack them, but let's just let him attack us. Well, we have this army, but I don't know if there's any revolts nearby that we can deal with. I suppose you'd want to fight those guys. See how Ostia is currently doing. They're doing okay, it seems. I guess we'd want to bring the army over there. What's the best way to go over there? Seems like to go up around this way. Okay, so we'll move them here for now. We have these rebels over here as well. They're going to probably attack this town. We'll just have to deal with that. Looks like Naples has effectively defended against all their revolts. Yeah, no more issues here. They're looting all of our stuff, so we're going to have to repair that. But there's really no point on repairing it as long as they're still on the tile. So we need to wait until they take off, because yeah, you repair it, they're just gonna go back. This guy could attack them. Probably wouldn't do well though. Probably better to stay on the defense somewhere. I'll move over here. and then try and get up onto the hills eventually. They might move over here and attack us, but he'll probably retreat and it's fine. Alright, so now we need to go through all of our territory here. So we got this army. These guys are just about destroyed. Looks like the caravan guard did do alright. He should be able to defend against this one really weak unit here. So we'll move up north and attack this guy here. That should be a nice easy battle there. They did attack this town here. City militia seems to be okay. And they attacked our city here as well. Yeah, I don't think they're doing very much here. This merchant was at risk, but looks like he's fine. So yeah, let's just have these guys. Well, you know what? Let's I think we're gonna replace this unit now. So we could keep it for now, since we gotta deal with these rebellions. So it makes sense to keep them around until that's dealt with. So let's move them over here, and then have this go into this army. Shore them up, make them a little bit better. Alright, so this army needs to go after, I suppose, those guys. Yeah, they forced our dude to retreat. So let's head over there and get them wiped out. So that's done. And thus we'll move this guy back over to here as soon as his army's out of the way. So right now we'll just have them skip their turn. We did finish up the construction of the field artillery here as well. And we actually need to get another unit here, so for now we can just go ahead and put them in here. I'm not seeing any other rebels besides that one there. We'll take a look at what improvements we can do in a bit, because we did just get some research finished up. So they attacked Constantinople. The city guard here is not doing well. So let's let them heal up. I don't think they'll be able to do anything this time, though, with that really weak unit. Not too much of a risk. Most of the rebellions have already been dealt with. There's still a few out there. The ones that decided to pillage stuff. You know what? We can go ahead and do the capital tax. So let's go ahead and do that, because we're going to get notified about that soon in a minute anyways. So let's just go ahead and do it ourselves here. It's a little jarring when it's moving you through all your cities this way. I don't think there's any other locations around here. No. I can do the city attack. So let's have these guys move further south. I wasn't set up here. I don't even know if there's a point on setting up here, though. It's not a whole lot of room to span, not a lot of territory left with this city here. I don't know if that was there when I was looking at it before. Probably not. So yeah, not a lot of space left. And as far as the outposts go, outside of setting it up right there, I'm really pissing the Chinese off. Not seeing anything outside of maybe here. An outpost there wouldn't be bad, because you get the tea and you get the wool and meat. So 3 resources to send to one of your cities. So that's not a bad location. Could also help them out over here, because we only have the city currently, which we're going to establish right here. So let's go ahead and do that. And then, do we want to go ahead and just wait, let them heal up now that they're in their own territory? They probably don't need to. This guy's pretty weak. So I think we can just go and wipe them out real quick. Yeah, we'll just go and do that. And then we'll want to move our ship over here so that they'll heal up. Or maybe over here just so they can easily pick those guys up as soon as they're done healing. So yeah, lots of attacks onto this unit here. Tons. Yeah, just absolutely tons of rebellions over here. So this is where we're probably facing the most threat, is in this area, just because none of these are, you know, not very powerful. I feel like we're going to have to go on the offensive and attack somebody this turn. But I think the greatest threat is from this army here. So let's go and attack these guys. Just weaken them a bit. So I was hoping to destroy them, and then we could stop this guy from coming over here and attack anything else. And then this place is also under threat. They're surrounded by rebels at the moment. So we might want to spawn an explorer right there. But before I do that, I'm going to take a look at all the rest of our empire and just see if that is the place that needs it the most. Because there could be other locations that are even in a worse situation. You know what? I feel like going to Shanghai for that extra money is worth doing. It's not that much further away here. And you get a lot more money per turn. Yes, these guys. I guess what we're going to do with them, we could set up the outpost there. And the only other option I could see is setting up an outpost right here or right here, which would later absorb. But that can always be done here. You could spawn a unit there. So let's actually go ahead and move these guys. I'm trying to get locations on the other continent that we can spawn merchants and stuff on. So we can start establishing merchants everywhere. So we do have this army here that we're probably going to want to have one of these guys move up north here. At least. There must have been a lot of attacks on that city. Is there any more rebellions even down here? Okay, so it looks like these guys didn't attack anybody. But they were attacked. Let's do the capital attack, see if that doesn't wipe them out, unfortunately. Another attack over here. They don't have a capital attack. Neither do they. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take this army, have them wipe out these two rebels. This army here is going to start moving up north. That we just don't have enough troops. Let's take a look. These are the ones with 2 tanks here. Just not enough troops up in the north to deal with all the rebellions. So let's go and start moving them. They're the closest to getting there. And then this army just kind of help us out in this area. Wipe out all these troops here. But yeah, we have 3 armies down here in territory that's not as important. Because they just recently joined our empire. So you got those barbarian ships there. I think those are former Persian ships though. And then these guys are exploring. I think we're trying to uncover those 2 cloud locations. That's it. Alright, so where do we want to go next? There's over here to uncover the York area. I guess we'd want to go further into China. Maybe this is the best way to go, down here and then go up. Yeah, we'll do that. And then these guys, we're setting up the merchant. And we'll get that established in this turn. So that merchant's going to be bringing us 30 wealth per turn. It's pretty helpful. Our wealth per turn has dropped notably, considering all these rebellions. So that's the real issue there. And these guys, let's just have them chill out for now. And they're probably also going to have to... Or what we could do is just have them attack. Yeah, we'll do that to get them wiped out. And I suppose we could set up our settler now as well. So the next turn we can get that established. So I'm worried about this outpost here. Yeah, because we've already lost 1 caravan guard. And there's a lot of rebels still left. Okay, so this is probably the place where you gotta spawn the explorer. That's the place we're most likely going to lose that I've seen so far. There might be even worse places. Perhaps I shouldn't have done that just yet. So this guy here, I think we're just wiping out, yeah, these ships that are trying to flee. So let's finish the job there. And this guy needs to heal up as well, but we'll soon have a city here where we can heal, so we'll just stay put. Alright, so let me just take a look and see how we did. Because we put explorers in this area. Yeah, they certainly took some damage, but not doing too bad now. I think we should be fine to go ahead and move out and attack this guy. Get him wiped out. There's just the 1 rebel left up here in the north, so this place is not really under threat. Alright, so we did finish up that technology. So this grants us the fertilized farm improvement, but it does require power. Then there's the power station, which will grant us power, and convert that coal to even more power. So yeah, we need to get those constructed. Any locations where we have coal, so like in Rome. The laboratory, this gives us more analytics. Central power, so we need that in our cities just to get a little bit more base power. And then the milling factory. We don't really use that much because, you know, we went with this particular national spirit, the wild hunters, and so that's kind of been our main source of food, has been meat. So we don't have a lot of the grain chains, you know, where you take the grain and turn it into flour and then turn that into bread. We just don't have very many of those. So I think we're going to do the communications next so we can get the research institute. Gives you knowledge and specialists. Also some other things like the government XP, but the publishing house would be really nice too, but this requires specialists, so really what we need is more specialists per turn. We're just not earning much in that regard. So Rome has finished up their construction of the field howitzer, as we saw there. And we're going to go and do the central power next, because we're going to be constructing more and more things that need the power. Could get more units, but I feel like we're pretty good up here in the north. It's really other areas where we're at more risk. Even here in Ravenna, you don't really have any issues. It's 1 unit left, because we already constructed armies there. Down here, certainly are some problems there. Let's go ahead and deal with all these rebels. So yeah, just rebels everywhere. Those guys are gonna have to go by sea. I guess they're gonna be stuck there, but they will be able to keep looting all that. We're gonna have quite a bit of time to. It's gonna take us quite a bit of time to move all of our units everywhere and get all these guys wiped out, because they're gonna be all over the map. So most of them will throw themselves at the cities and towns, but there are gonna be some locations where they don't have anywhere to attack, like we just saw there. They might go off by sea and go somewhere else. They could just sit here, and so we'd want to get those guys destroyed. So we'll have those 2 armies that we have, the one at Rome and the one at Ravenna, and then we also have the army coming from the south. We'll just have them moving around our territory, wiping out units. Alright, so most of these are just about battles that happen. You can see our efficiency is kind of low in some places because of the rebellions. I'm hesitant to spend any improvement points in any area where there are rebellions located, because of course they can pillage our stuff and then it's just kind of a waste of improvements. So this is the change from the plowed farm to the fertilized farm. You're getting a lot more wheat. So we might want to go ahead and start boosting these, because the rebel's kind of far. So maybe boost, well, this one might get looted, but maybe they don't loot it. Because you can see they do need food here. I'm not totally sure why, because there's nothing being unlocked by the rebels. And they were fine on food for a while there, so I'm not entirely sure what was causing the issue there. This does require a power drain. So we'll be able to get a couple more improves. Sanitation is an issue as well, so we gotta deal with that. Are they not working? They're not working the Panacea, so that's what the issue is. So we'll have to change them up there, because they're focusing on the food. Let's go ahead and upgrade these until we can't do so anymore. That would be the last one. So if we do this one, then we lose the 200% bonus here. And then let's go into Naples, which you can see they still do need food here. Why are they on the scrubland? I'm guessing what happened is it was the rebellions that messed everything up. So let me just fix any problems with where the hops are currently assigned. I mean, I guess it's good other than that. One change is all we needed to do. You got the quarry not being worked. I don't know if you need the production more than the food currently. Well, the food is back up to 200% now that we're working the Panacea. Okay, so yeah, we can go and pull them, put them onto that then. Alright, so that looks good. So fix the issues here in Naples. They're at 177%. Still have some housing needs. But we're going to try and save improvement points, because we're going to need to repair all the stuff that they ravaged. Which they have ravaged a lot of things. So just looking at other locations where we want to build that farm improvements. And we just don't have a lot of farms. It hasn't been our focus. Like Gaul can improve these here, but first of all, you got rebellions everywhere. And secondly, they don't need the food, so. I think that's it. Now we could take a peek at our territory down here. Yeah, they have 1 farm currently. Don't need the food though. So yeah, you know, I think we're just gonna save, well, I say save it, but this is actually gonna stack up here. You might as well boost that then. Though, they have not satisfied any of their power needs just yet. Okay. That's fine. It does reduce their efficiency a little, but yeah, it's fine. We won't reverse it. Do we want to rush anything out? So Gaul can get this power grid here. Just spending 430, so why not? We'll do that. I don't think we need to do the central power just yet, since we don't have much that even requires power. We do need to start getting some warfare experience. Get a bit more of it. So we can try and reduce the overall cost of our military units with that one social fabric. Also having the air defenses here for defending against all these. Maybe we want to get that. I don't know if that would... Yeah, I don't think we'd have that built in time. Yeah, that would be helpful if you are able to maybe rush it out. I think it'd be too expensive though. The current cost right now is 3,800. So I don't know if we'll ever be able to afford that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get ourselves an artist. Let's put them in a town where there aren't any rebels nearby. Not that it really matters because we're going to use it immediately. Again, I generally try not to do this if I haven't just gotten the culture. But in this case, I really feel like it's worth doing because I want to ensure we don't get too much chaos accumulated. I know this doesn't bring it down by much, but that does make an impact. Yeah, that's 2/3 of the chaos gone. And I almost feel like we're going to need to do it again. I don't know. Let me see. We'll get this done in 4 turns. Because right now, we'd get to 100%, and that's if we didn't get any other chaos from anything else, which I don't know how we would. We're not going to be taking any more cities or anything. So as of right now, it would take 20 turns for this to accumulate to the point that we could technically get a chaos event. We get this tech done in 4, another tech done in 4 or 5, and then you got to research the age, which would be a similar amount of time. So we should be all right not using it again when we get the next culture. We'll see, guys. But yeah, I prefer to not have to waste another culture point on it. So we're going to see all these second turn of rebellions. You know, these attacks. Okay, so that one looks secure now. I think the Chinese kind of dealt with it for us. So no threats there. There are a few outposts and towns that are under threat. Then I'm concerned that we'll lose. So I'll have to see what happens there. But yeah, these barbarian turns take a long time when we have the Age of Revolution going. But yeah, I'm worried about that outpost. It's got to defend against a lot of units. Looks like they did all right. Also, we have some cities and towns that I'm a little worried about too. Oh, they took that outpost. Damn. Okay, so that's unfortunate. It was 3 units though, so it makes sense. We were going to get rid of that outpost anyways, but I wish we hadn't lost the Pioneer. I could have tried to retreat him, but I think he would have just got attacked and then destroyed. So yeah, it looks like most of these rebels are being destroyed now. And as of right now, all we lost was the outpost. And I guess a few turns worth of meat and bones. Yeah, I think it's good that we spawned that guy there, that explorer. I don't know if they would have held out here if we hadn't. So we're just gonna let him defend, have them attack us. Over here, let's establish the city now. Oh, it's named Roma. We're gonna have to change that. We already have a Rome, though. I think it's just called Rome rather than Roma, which would be the correct name for it. It's called Sicily. And we want to rename our other island as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and destroy this army here. Get them dealt with, and then we'll move this guy back. We'll start getting that again. And then we still need this unit to heal up. Let's go and have them join up there. And then just let all these guys heal. Alright, this army I suppose would deal with these guys here. That should be the last rebellion that's around Ravenna. So therefore, we can go and improve their stuff here now. The textile mill will want to use improvements to get that repaired. And then the mill can be changed into a milling factory. This might be our only milling factory that we have. So we'll have to see if that causes any issues. It seems like I can't even work it completely. Because, yeah, we don't have enough flour. Well, we don't have any available grain. We could trade for that flour, so why not? Looks like they do need food. Although I think once we go into Panacea, that won't be an issue anymore. Yeah, we'll go and trade for it if it's even an option here. I see that they have the grains here. But I'm not seeing any flour. Okay, so there's no flour that's available to be traded. Alright, well that's fine. I think just going into the Panacea here will be enough. We'll just need to pull them from the poorhouse. And then let's go and lock that as well. That does result in us not having enough gold to support that. Well, that's interesting. Oh, because we're not working this location because it's been destroyed. I see. So that should fix that. Let's go back in here. And so we're just short the flour now. We look pretty good. So we're good on food, we're good on the sanitation. A few needs that aren't fully satisfied over here. Yeah, I think we're good to go. So we'll want to start moving around our territory and just improving anything that was damaged, though of course that one would not make sense to do because we got a rebel right there. So they attacked those guys, knocked them off. But let's see if they go across the river and attack again, because I think we should do pretty well with the river bonus here. Even though this unit is highly outdated, of course. So yeah, don't want to do anything around Gaul here because they're still being ravaged at the moment. Just looking for areas that have been damaged here in Ravenna since we have dealt with all the rebellions there. There's still the rebels here. We just improved that and then they attacked it, of course they did. Alright, so this guy could attack over here. What we could do is just let him attack us on the hill, see if they're even willing to do that. I think they will. Maybe with that unit. Looks like Rome doesn't have anything damaged over here. They're just attacking the bow hunters. It's just in this area that we need to deal with that. We do need to expand one of our towns, so a few different options in that regard. Could go ahead and expand this town here. So we did get this location, excellent. So we can go and expand that town there. So they get a specialization, but I don't really know what they're going to build around here. I assume you'd want to be a lumber town eventually, but we're going to wait to expand that one. Because they still have a lot of room for population. So we should probably expand a town somewhere else. Like, do we have any towns that we recently built in our territory? I feel like we do. That we didn't fully upgrade yet. Like this one here. Unfortunately, I'm like really losing my voice in today's episode. I was going to record a CK3 video right after this, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I'm like struggling here. I don't know why. Did do a lot of talking the other day. I was doing a history lecture. My kids, I homeschool my kids. And so yeah, I did do a lecture the other day, which was rather long. It was like 2 lectures combined. I was trying to catch us up just a little bit. And so maybe that's what it was. You know, talking, we should have attacked that guy. Damn it. I didn't know. How did he not attack? I guess because I went there. Got to use the roads here. I just want to see how our units are doing here. Yeah, they're fine. I mean, maybe not so fine actually, now I'm looking at it. But there's not a lot of threats left. These guys will be wiped out. It's just the one army. So hopefully we'll be alright here. I don't know if I'm able to do a full episode today, guys. My voice is just like giving out on me. Alright, so with this unit here, I guess we'll go over to this town. Just in case they attack, we have another defender there. And then this army is just going to heal up. So I believe we said we're going to move the Explorer down here. Can go through British territory. Kind of reveal everything. We should take a look at that mysterious jungle next that we're over there. make sure they did the expedition. They probably did. We're so late in the game at this point that everybody probably has done their expeditions. And yeah, we are not the only ones in the Age of Revolution. It does seem like the AI caught up a little bit because we spent so much time in the last age getting those techs. And so China's in the Age of Revolution, as is Egypt. So you can kind of see how everybody's doing right now. The Aztecs are doing terrible. They're still in the Age of Alchemy. So maybe we'll conquer them next. Just bring them into our empire. Obviously we don't want to do it in this age because of the chaos issues, but I think it would be doing them a favor, right? Let's go and move this army over here to make sure Persepolis doesn't fall. I think they'll be fine. I don't think it's much of an issue, but just in case. And then these guys come over here and attack these barbarians. With all these battles, we are stacking up the warfare experience, so doing pretty good with that. Go and attack them here. And did they destroy? Oh, there they are. They're just kind of hard to see. Alright, so they retreated. That's fine. We could combine all these to get them wiped out. We're just going to let them attack us, though. Just let them heal for this turn. Same thing with these guys. We'll just kind of stay very passive with all this. And yeah, I'm hoping they attack across the river, but they didn't do so yet. Yeah, I told you guys to skip your turn. And then this army, let's go ahead. Did we already move them this turn? Yeah, that was this turn. So these guys are just going to wait until they move out the way so we can get them back to working. And they can also go ahead and start harvesting those goods again. That's all going to help us with the culture and stuff. Getting that meat again. Well, that one rebel army did destroy themselves doing that attack. This town is under threat. So rather than go after that guy, let's go ahead and attack this guy. This is a more powerful army. So we'll get them wiped out. Alright, so we're good to go in that location. There's just the one rebel remaining. And then I suppose we'll let these guys heal up. Maybe that's what I was already planning on doing. Well, they did get an experience level, by the way. And then I guess they can do some attacks over here. So once we get to the 300, we'll reduce the amount that we're spending on unit upkeep. That'll be helpful. A little worried about the situation here. Yeah, they are not doing great. So this guy's pretty low in health. He's full though. We still got these 3 rebels around here, but they're all pretty weak. So we should be okay. So let's go and do this attack here, rather than go up north. Damn, they're getting wrecked over here. That's a really powerful force right there. Over here, it looks like they are running low on health, but there's nobody else really to attack now, so we should be good to go. Yeah, I feel like we're doing all right, guys. This could be much worse. I think we're gonna get through this without losing too much. So far, it's just been the one outpost. So again, could be a much worse situation. Let's go and attack this guy. Get him destroyed. We could have attacked with both of them. I thought that unit had already moved this turn, but that was not the case. Alright, so we're going to do these capital attacks now. Against all these rebel units. I'm sure they'll be attacking these towns next. How is Ostia doing? It looks like the city militia is good. It's just the keep that has some damage currently. Alright, so that is it. Yeah, we lost this outpost. They were just too strong. It's unfortunate. So they wiped out our units. Okay, so yeah, we lost a pioneer there. But it was a location where I was planning on destroying them anyways. Or not destroying them, but getting rid of the outpost. Let's go and rush out the power grid. And we probably won't need power again just yet. That should satisfy the initial needs that we have. So could go ahead and get the military base. Again, just looking for that military experience. So that as we build up our army, it doesn't cost us as much. And frankly, there's not a lot that most of our places need now. Yeah, like most of this is stuff you don't need. You don't even need the luxury points. You will need more power eventually, though. So we could just get it knocked out. Since we have the central power available. Maybe we should. Kyoto can rush the library out for only 23 wells, so let's go ahead and do that. Get some more knowledge. And they're going to need power. They're also short on halcyon. I think that might be due to the rebels at the moment. I think that's really what's causing us issues. They do not have the throne room yet. Okay, well, let's still do the power grid. So that as we get new improvements that require power, we can get those updated. But yeah, I think it's just them destroying our stuff is the reason why they're having those problems. Yeah, they've been ravaging a lot of our tiles, as you'd expect. Is there anything else we want to do here? Could spawn a settler, but I'm not going to do that right now. We're just going to get the organization once we have the 300 points. Yeah, I think that's really what we're just going to concentrate on now, guys. It's just getting the social fabrics with the governments and the warfare experience. All right, so yeah, we'll see another turn of attacks here, but this might be the last one where we see significant numbers of attacks. Because in most of the areas we've dealt with them. Like Ostia still has that force nearby. There's not really any large threats anywhere, I don't think. I guess we'll find out soon. But I want to say that most of the large rebel threats have been dealt with now. Yeah, that outpost was never under any threat because the Chinese dealt with the rebels for us. I guess that one's kind of in danger. Yeah, I think all this area here is probably good now. A lot of rebels around some of these cities, actually. Because those are all locations where we don't have any armies to help out. And where we have a lot of cities and towns for them to like spawn around and attack. Yeah, so far none of the worst has happened, which I was concerned about losing towns. I didn't think any cities would be under threat. But yeah, towns definitely were. So I was concerned about that, but it looks like they should all be alright. Yeah, even that. Well, let me take that back. That outpost and the explorer was destroyed. Okay, well that sucks. Because yeah, we lost not just an explorer, but an outpost. Alright, so we did get hit there. That's 2 outposts that we've lost. But that one's strange because I actually had troops there to defend it, but there's just too many units over there. So the innovation event we got is the internal combustion fuel. We can get more power from our systems by burning unrefined fuels. We don't need to only use optimal fuels. So we accept this. We're going to get more power from coal and petroleum. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Even though we're not getting any power from that just yet, we eventually will. You see we have oil in locations and we have the coal too. We just need to get the power plants built. They did attack that unit. All right, excellent. Or one of them did. So that's what I wanted to see. We would only do a draw if we went down the hill and attacked. Just better to stay on defense and let them attack us. That's the last rebel unit in this area. So we probably want to go ahead and move south to deal with all these rebels around here. I know that most of them have been dealt with. Yeah, this army here's gone. All these armies are gone now. Okay, excellent. But you still got these ones around here. This guy might be able to take him out now. Yeah, he's pretty weak, so let's go ahead and do that. Wipe out that guy. And then get back to harvesting all these goods. Looks like the rebels have been dealt with in this area now. Yeah, there's just that one over there. So we can go ahead and fix the poorhouse to improve the housing situation. It is sometimes difficult to see what all has been ravaged. So I just kind of got to look around. Especially because some things, you know, have smoke anyways. As you can see, there's smoke coming off of that. And so it can be difficult to tell exactly what's been destroyed. So yeah, we need to improve that still. Yeah, I just need to dip around our territory and find all the stuff that has been ravaged. You know, places where we had rebels at some point. So I won't fix anything here until those rebels have been dealt with, since I could just move over there and destroy them again. Looks like they did attack across the river here, and that did result in their destruction, since we had that 40% bonus. All right, excellent. So now let's move over here and get back to harvesting. Okay, so all the rebels around this area do seem to be dealt with now. Yeah, I'm not seeing any other ones. And so now we just need to fix everything that they damaged. This one here, are the rebels far enough away? They are. We still got those rebels there. Not sure what they're doing. They're just kind of sitting around. So we won't do anything else for Gaul just yet. Did we improve all this stuff here? Make sure that it's all fixed. Looks like we did. Alright, so these guys, I feel like all the rebels might be dealt with by the time they get anywhere. I do want to see how we're doing here. They should be okay. That is a large force there. I guess this is another attack. They might even be weaker at this point. Yeah, they're looking pretty weak now. But we have the capital attack to weaken them further. I think they will be destroyed by the time I get an army over there. Okay, so this army, I think it makes sense to wipe out these troops now. So let's start moving over there. And then how are we doing dealing with these rebels? Well, this city militia is not doing well. No, they're definitely under threat. We can't spawn an explorer or a volunteer unit either. Yeah, we might actually lose that town. Okay, so yeah, this area is the most exposed at the moment. So that's unfortunate. We have an army coming up, but they're just not getting there quick enough. We just don't have the roads and stuff yet for all this area. Okay, so that's unfortunate because you got a large force here and a large one over here. This one is weakened, but I think they might win there in that town. We'll just have to see, guys. See if we can deal with them beforehand. Seeing if there's anything over here that needs to be improved. Well, we can go ahead and fix that because we'll have this army here defending it. And then we can also fix this. So we're going to rename this location Iberia. So there, you know, across from Carthage here. And then this army, do we need them over here? Could even get them over there in time? They're pretty weak now. How are our defenders doing? They're doing fantastic, not a problem. So we don't need to move them over there. I think that guy will be dealt with as well. Everybody else I think is just dealt with. I don't think there's any other threats anywhere. Yeah, I'm not seeing any, guys. So I don't even know if it's worth coming down here because those guys will already be destroyed as well. And you're never going to get down here in time to deal with these rebellions. They're just too far away. And so I think they're pretty much done. Nothing to do with them now. I guess you can start moving up here. And that would also allow you to improve that. Fix it. Alright, so these guys moving down to here. Lots of rebels here. There's the French as well. So we're just going to go around all of them. And then we have these two armies here. There is the one rebel army there. Can we get across the river and attack with these guys? I'm not entirely sure because I'd like for them to start moving up north. Let me see if it'll let me. Yeah, we can because we don't want to attack across the river there. So now that those guys are destroyed, I want to say that's it. All the rebels have been dealt with down here. Excellent. These guys are fully healed as well. So I suppose we're going to want to wipe out all the barbarians in these locations. So yeah, we'll get them moving over to here and over to here. I know we already wiped out the units there, but there's another one there. They can set up more barbarian encampments. And so we'd like to avoid that. I almost just want to get the rest of this uncovered, guys. Since we're so close to having it done. So might as well. Let's kind of finish up. I don't even know if it's worth looking at these couple locations here. Actually, you might start going back up now. We got the majority of it uncovered. And then I guess these guys go over here. In case they attack up on the hill, just, you know, you get more experience for it. Alright, let's go and wipe out this unit. And we're going to need to save up to get another pioneer, since we lost this location. A little surprised with that. Huh. Oh, I see. Because the caravan guard was destroyed, the outpost was destroyed, but this still doesn't make any sense. Oh, they probably attacked again. Okay. So that's how they destroyed the explorer. I see. Okay, so yeah, unfortunate situation there. Losing another outpost. That's a total of 2 outposts that we've lost from this rebellion. Which again, you know, my problem with the rebellion isn't that it happens. I'm actually fine with the Age of Revolution having revolutions. That makes sense. A little challenge into the game. I'm absolutely fine with the mechanic. My problem with it is there's 2 issues I have. First of all, the one I highlighted last episode, in that it tells you that it's about unrest. That's what matters. As if you have unrest, then you'll have a problem. And as that stacks up, you have a greater risk of having rebellions. So it tells you that, but that's not actually how it works. So it's misinformation. It's incorrect. Because it's not based on unrest. We didn't have any unrest in any of our cities, and yet, as you see, we had the rebellion everywhere. So you get the rebellion. That happens every time. You always get this mass rebellion, and it's a very large rebellion, which I just don't understand. It feels like it's not working properly. Like every single one of your cities wants to become an independent nation now. I don't know. It just seems kind of strange. And if there's nothing you can do to avoid it, since it's not tied to unrest, you just got to fight it. Okay, whatever. That's fine. This doesn't really fit with what they're trying to simulate historically. Do we want to rush that out? I mean, Naples doesn't have anything really important to build after this, so yeah, you can't even use it against any rebels. So I think we're just gonna let them finish constructing that, because it's kind of expensive. We earn a lot per turn, but I'd prefer to spend it on something else. For example, I think we talked about rushing out something here in Kyoto. It was in one of our towns where we have energy problems. It was this one here. So we could rush out that warehouse. Yeah, if we're going to rush out anything, we should do that. And then let them start getting the power grid. Since they now need power because I upgraded that farm. But yeah, it doesn't properly represent what it's supposed to be from history. You know, where you had, 2 types of revolutions, nationalist revolutions, so it would make sense that we'd have the revolutions in territory that we previously conquered, that they want to rebel from us, or colonies that you establish, so like the American Revolution type of situation, where, they, I don't know, maybe they're a certain distance from you or something, and then they rebel to try and create their own nation. So I guess that's it for our turn. But the other type of revolutions it's trying to represent are, like the French Revolution, or the revolutions of 1848. So people that are unhappy with their lot, with what's happening in their country, wanting more freedoms. There's a variety of reasons why those particular revolutions happened, some of which were unique to those countries, but none of that is considered. That's what the unrest would be, I think, in this game. I don't know, or maybe a certain government you have. Again, it just seems like it just fires for no reason. We did lose that town, by the way, guys, so that's unfortunate, so we'll have to remake that. So now we lost 2 outposts in 1 town. So definitely had some consequences here, because we have such a large empire, so that was a lot of rebels, because the larger you are, the more rebels you have. And so that was part of the issue. Wow, and we got a lot of rebels that are coming over here. They're not rebels, but are these rebels? Or are these barbarians? These are barbarians. So we'll have to get those destroyed. We don't want them setting up over here. And then we'll also attack this barbarian. But yeah, I think that's what the unrest would represent, or whatever, I don't know. So that was my first issue, is there's no way to stop it or deal with it. So we've gotten the organization's expansion cost is now reduced by 20%, and we got our first one for upkeep, reducing it by 8%. Just take a look here. We're paying 444. Eventually, you'll see how much is being reduced. We'll see that next turn. I mean, but yeah, that's my first issue. So it's not working properly because it says it's unrest and it's not, and there's really no way to deal with it. And then my second issue is that they don't notify you. Like, there's no notification that it happens. It just happens. They never tell you, like, hey, I mean, you saw that. We saw rebels all over our territory. And we never got a single notification about it. Like, nothing to tell us, hey, you got massive rebellions everywhere that you need to deal with. And so I thought that was kind of weird. First time I went in the Age of Revolutions. Like, why is it not notifying me about these rebellions? You'd expect that it would. So we're going to go and repair all this. Yeah, just kind of weird that they don't even bother to notify you. Alright, so I guess these guys are done here. And again, there's nowhere else really to send them where they'd get to in any reasonable amount of time. This army here, we're going to send the Explorer back over here for setting up another colonist team or whatever. Maybe we'll actually go somewhere else down here, because it's kind of far north. And maybe I'll send them somewhere else. And then these guys, the Dragonfire Artillery, yeah, I don't even know if you got any real use for them. We can try sending them south, but again, I don't expect that they'll get there in time to be useful. Though somebody has to deal with this rebel army here, which for whatever reason is not attacking anybody. They're just sitting there. Okay, so these guys moving over here, they'll go out through the sea and then they'll deal with those rebels. And then these guys are coming over here to get this outpost established right here, which it does look like we'll be able to do that. So let's we'll take out all the army. Just to protect them. You never know. There could be a rebel somewhere. British could, well, I don't know if they could declare hostilities because they have to first end our access to their territory. So yeah, we're going to ignore those clouds over there, guys. It's hard for me to do, but we're going to do it. We'll start moving over that way. Alright, so we've dealt with all the rebels over here, and we can't repair this stuff since it's vassal territory. We do need to keep an army down here in case the Aztecs attack us, so one of these should remain. Maybe this one here. That's the more powerful one. In fact, maybe we should just leave both these down here. Or just attack any rebels that are still in the area first, and then just have them stay down here, because they're not going to get anywhere in time. We've just about dealt with the rebellions. I want to see how these guys are doing. I'm surprised they weren't able to wipe out that one unit. Yeah, they're alright. Okay, so the armies, rebel armies down here have been dealt with. So just fix any damage. Again, you just got to go through all your territory and fix everything that they ravage. Still got to deal with that army down there. Can we win against them? It'd be a draw. So might as well just wait another turn, let them heal up a bit more. These guys are healed up. Excellent. So I guess we want to go after those rebels now. Yeah, I think those are former Persians. And then these guys are exploring this Egyptian territory. Let's just uncover this real quick. Alright, so Naples has finished up their construction of the air defense. So it does seem that they need more power. So we're going to get that. So now we just need to make sure we're going through all of our territory and fixing anything that got damaged. I think we already did this area here. We did most of the stuff here, if not everything. Of course, here we're waiting until we deal with that rebellion. We already did Ravenna, so they're good. I think Kyoto is good as well, with the exception of that location. So I might have already done this with everywhere. Yeah. I guess we can take a look. Yeah, we've looked at them as well. So yeah, I think we're good to go. Everything has been repaired. I might have missed something, just point it out if I did. Again, sometimes it's kind of difficult to see what needs to be repaired. We do need to spawn more merchants. I'm not entirely sure where the best location to do that would be. Because here you got to get through France with, they don't like us. So that's kind of a problem there. But what I really want to do is get more merchants down here. And so maybe it makes the most sense to go by sea. Once you can escort them. We already have one merchant here, so yeah, I might want to send an escort over there. Stop attacking barbarians with some of those ships and then escort some merchants over here. Yeah, I think that'd make a lot of sense. And then spawn some merchants. Yeah, I'll go ahead and spawn one now just so we don't get stacked up here. I'm going to put them over here. And just have them wait until we can escort them off. Alright, let's go and enter turn. And yeah, there's just those one rebels by Carthage now in that area. And it just sucks we lost that town, because it's a whole culture power that we lost. Like, you know, losing the outpost is unfortunate as well. You know, because you gotta get the pioneers and they keep getting more and more expensive. So certainly also unfortunate. But losing the town is far more costly. Alright, so they're attacking that explorer there. But yeah, that area there that we just saw is the only place I think we still have any real threats. When it comes to barbarians, of course, got to take out these guys too, which we have that army moving to do. We do have an army here, but yeah, they're not going to get here in time, as I expected. So what's the quickest way? It doesn't really matter. Going across this desert without the roads now, because yeah, you don't have that road anymore. How are these guys doing? Okay, they should be able to hold out. So Yokohama is not under threat, it's just their town. Now, you can just rebuild the ruined town. And that's what we will do. So it doesn't cost another culture power. So I suppose it's not wasting a culture power, but you got to use engineering XP for that. And engineering XP is the one that we seem to be the shortest on in this playthrough. We always are short on that. We can rush out the culture, so we'll probably go ahead and do that. We also finished up our tech here. Let's show you what all we got. We'll be constructing those research institutes in many of our cities to get the specialists going, because yeah, we just don't produce very much specialists at the moment. And then we only need one more tech to be able to move out of this age, and there's a lot of really good choices here. Because we're not at war, we don't really need the planes. Rail would be nice for the innovation. I think we're going to get urbanization though for the sewers, because sanitation has become an issue. Also, it allows you to increase the max town of your, or excuse me, max level of your towns. Though obviously engineering experience is a problem, so I don't know how much we'll actually get to use that. But there's other solid choices over here with industry. So this gives you all kinds of nice bonuses. So we will be coming back and getting these once we move to the next age. I want to get out of the Age of Revolution though, because I'm worried about another rebellion firing. I've never seen that happen before, but I generally try and get out of this age as quickly as we can. So, and then steel would be a good one too, because you get the steel furnace, the rare earth mines, and then you get some more units here. So that one would be solid. But both of these we're gonna have to come back and get, because I really feel like getting the sewers would be nice, so that we can just use a building slot to do the sanitation. I think that'd be far more efficient. And all these would be great. Again, we will come back and get them. But yeah, a lot of these require power as well. So that's something to consider. So I think that requires specialists. So you're not getting that. So yeah, I think this is the better option for right now, just to get first. And we'll come back and get these other two. We're definitely not getting enough innovation events in order to go to the Age of Utopia. We're only earning +4, unless we were to spend this culture on it. That would be unlikely even if we did get the extra innovation. So if we did the cutting edge, it still would probably not be enough to get not just one more event, but 2 more events. There's just not enough time, guys. So do we want to create a town somewhere? I know we have locations where we could absorb outposts. I think that's what we had talked about doing for Iberia. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So yeah, we're gonna want to absorb this outpost into Iberia, and then we need to level them up. They already have the town specialization that we can add, and again, there's not really many choices here. It's really just the lumber town. So go ahead and do that, and then you want to get these logging camps set up here. And then also a mine Oops. Damn it. Sometimes I hit the back button. I don't mean to. So we'll do a deep mine here as well. So we'll get that constructed. Is there anything else for them to build? I think we talked about doing a gold. Yeah. With the prospector, we need to get to 186 though. Okay, so yeah, we had talked about doing that to help them out with their sanitation. Of course, getting this tech, the urbanization, will help us with that as well. We got to deal with these rebels now, so let's go and go after them. We'll have another turn to heal up here. I don't know what they're doing, but they finally moved. They sat there for a while. I suppose that means we could go ahead and improve the winery, fix that, as well as the large plantation there. So get that improved. And I want to see what these rebels are doing. Still just sitting there. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, these guys will go up by sea next and go after them. We have several cities that are done with their construction. We got the central power here. Let's go after the Research Institute now. Can also upgrade to the Foreign Office. Get you a lot more diplomacy XP. Of course, we're not getting a ton of that, considering the fact that we don't have high relations with anybody. I had meant to do that. I never did boost it with anybody. So, do we want to get the Research Institute here? Yeah, I probably should. Again, Specialist is kind of a weakness for us right now. We're not getting much. Which we want to construct publishing houses, oil wells. I don't know if there's any locations you can actually do that just yet. And we also need power stations anywhere that has the coal. They don't need it yet. They won't need it for a while. And we don't really have exactly free tiles. But eventually we want to get it for them because they have the two coals there. Two coal resources there. So once we start running low on power, we'll get that in Rome. So to get the air defense here in Gaul, so might end up using it if they attack. So far they seem to be happy just sitting there. Could also get more culture, so that would be useful. I think we really need to focus on the Research Institute though, just for the knowledge and specialists. Because our specialist gain is garbage. We're getting 2 per turn. So pretty bad. We can spawn that artist, and we did just get the culture bonus. So it makes sense to go ahead and get this. And then go ahead and get another culture. As far as what we want to get, I mean, I could see doing the cutting edge for the innovation. This might allow us to get enough to get one more innovation event before we get to the next age. Perhaps. It depends on how many turns it takes to get there, but yeah, maybe. Alright, so this army, they're going to go attack this unit over here. Well, this army, we're just going to have them situated on the border somewhere. So we'll need an army there, an army around here somewhere. Yeah, it would make sense to go through here to wipe out that city first, and then have an army over here to wipe out these locations. So that's what we'll do. We'll bring this army down here. Maybe not directly on the borders. They could see that as a threat. I don't know. Put them on the hill. It's our territory. I don't really care if they see it as a threat anyways. Alright, so yeah, we're moving these guys down south. There's really no intent with them. And then here we're just wiping out these barbarians. Though, are they the one that are closest to Iberia? They are. So they're the ones that should probably move over there to pick up those merchants. So I'll try to remember to do that next turn. Alright, we're going to go ahead and set up the outpost here. And then we'll get trade post on both of these locations. And then where do we want to send those? I mean, mainly it'd be for the meat. I don't know that anybody needs food. I suppose it should go to Constantinople. So let's go ahead and make sure that we change that out. We don't want to change them to a castle. So used to doing that once I get the trade post. But here, with our current national spirits, it makes the most sense to stick with the outpost. Because I think they do pretty good at defending themselves. I don't know. Maybe the castle's better. So yeah, we want to send them to Constantinople. So that'll help them with their food requirements. And then I guess we'd want to put them back on the ship. We don't really need them here. These guys did defend effectively against this army here. Let's get them wiped out now, and we'll destroy those guys. And then they're just exploring all this territory here. Might be blocked by the mountains. We'll have to see if we can get around that easily. Yeah, you got roads here. There's a lot of units though. Might block you. And then this explorer is just gonna... Well, you know what? I wasn't having him chill out there, but we had talked about having him go somewhere else. Like perhaps down here. Take him 7 turns to get over there. So quite a long time. And then these guys, I suppose you just have them go back to defending the outpost here. I had nothing else for them to do. Wiped out all the rebels. And then they're attacking these former Persian ships. Get those, I was going to say destroyed, but we'll have to attack them again. Get them weakened. Alright, and then these guys... Guess we can have look for more barbarians down here while we wait for those units to finish clearing that island. These guys are still healing, so we'll just wait. Those heroes, man, we're gonna need to start getting rid of them soon. They're just not good enough. Alright, so they're just uncovering all this territory here. I'll go down this way now. So you could small merchants to trade with the Egyptians. They don't have any high population locations near us, though. Yeah. Maybe over here somewhere. We'll have to see. As of right now, none of these are great. But we don't have a lot of options for trade either. Though, we do have this new location to open up. We'll see if there's anything close by here. I mean, again, nothing great. The 12 population... Arlington seems to be the best that I can see so far. Also slowly make your way over to the Chinese cities. Again, we're going to be moving across the sea to those, though. I think that is the best way to go. Yeah, you can trade over here at Arlington. And plus, when you trade, you get an opinion bonus. Let's move them over there. Alright, so nothing else to rush out. Though we did talk about rushing out this. Let me just see, the cost is still pretty expensive. So wait at least another turn. Alright, so let's go and end turn. And this is going to be the last turn. Unfortunately, guys. I've been like losing my voice for the whole video. It's just been weak. Again, I think it's those 2 lectures, double lectures I did. So yeah, we do homeschool our kids, though. My daughter will be going back to school next year. She's going to start high school, so she's going to go back to school. Because we moved to a different area, and it was really the school that was the problem. They weren't teaching our kids anything, guys. Like, they weren't teaching them at all. They just had them playing video games all day. It was ridiculous. I was, like, shocked. Because they just came back after COVID. And so you'd think, you know, after all that break, that you'd feel the need to get the kids learning even more rapid than normal because they had lost so much time. But they completely changed up their curriculum and just like, gave up teaching the kids. I don't know what happened, man. It was just really weird. They said they were like redoing the curriculum. I don't know why. And so they decided that the kids wouldn't learn anything until they finished redoing the curriculum. And so they just had them playing video games all day, every day. And I was just like, man, like, they're already behind because of COVID. And then, you know, having the school shut down. So yeah, it was a disaster. And so we just decided to start homeschooling our kids. Not because we wanted to, but because it felt like we had no other option. Oh yeah, that's right, we're gonna go up on this hill. Yeah, it just didn't feel like we had any other option. And so we've been homeschooling for several years now. And we've moved since then to an entirely new state, so a whole new school. We want these guys going over there. And we could have had them start school last year. Our son wasn't really ecstatic about going back to school, though. Alright, so these guys are ready to get back onto the ships. And then we need to take out these barbarians on the other 2 locations. Do we have the ability to get a pioneer yet? No, they're pretty expensive now. We can rebuild that ruined town, though. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so that's been rebuilt. Roads are back in place. And then these guys are continuing towards their objective. Might need another turn to wipe them out. Yeah, one more turn. And then this guy is going to attack them. And it looks like they attacked us. Okay, well that's fine. We'll go after them this turn here. Get them wiped out. So getting that warfare experience stacked up again. We'll probably get the volunteers spawned somewhere, though I'm not entirely sure where we want to spawn those. France and China have ended their war. Okay. So not sure how that ended up going. Seems like France took a city from them. Okay, maybe France actually benefited from the conflict. I really thought China would win that because they're clearly much stronger. Yeah, if you just got that one undefended location next to their territory, then yeah, they can eventually get it taken. So let's go to Iberia, where we're going to rush this out now, 2530. Get that power grid done, so they can get back up to the 200% modifier. They still don't have the Privy Council. That's 2+ knowledge. It makes sense to go and get that since you can get it in 3 turns. Much quicker than the Research Institute. And remember here, we're going to get that Prospector. Spawn them and then move them up there. It'll take a couple turns to get there and actually get the gold. Yeah, we got the new school here, so we're going to have the kids go back to school, and that'll free up a lot of time for us. Although it's only my daughter going for right now. I don't know if my son's going to go back. We haven't decided on that because, again, he doesn't really want to. And he's not as old. I want him in high school. I feel like they need to go do their high school years. My daughter will be starting high school next year. She'll be going into 9th grade. And so yeah, I want them to do the high school years and stuff. And I'm going to keep educating them as well. Keep teaching them history. So yeah, I guess this is going to be it, guys, for the episode. Unfortunately, I was just looking for locations I might have missed. Oh, there's this one here. I think I didn't miss that before, but I was worried about these rebels here, but it seems like they're never coming over here. Yeah, we're just going to send an army to wipe them out, which I guess would be these guys after they finish with them. We'll bring them over here and get that army wiped out because, yeah, they're just not going to... They're not coming over here on their own, clearly. And there's also stuff we can do here. So let's go and get all the gold in this location. And then Gaul could take advantage of that if we just clear out using engineering experience. But again, engineering experience is just so rare for us. And we need to spawn a pioneer, so doing the clear cut just doesn't seem like the best use for it right now. So Gaul's kind of stuck out. I might have to just start getting foresters up along here, and then we'll eventually wipe out these forests later. Because yeah, they already have a lot of foresters. We need to make use of those logs, not get more of them. Alright guys, so I hope you did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one, and thanks for watching.